Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit today about some more cold approach stuff. Topic of today's conversation is called Just Opening Your Mouth is a Win. In and of itself, doing just that is a big win. Okay. And I want to talk to you a little bit about some reflections that I had that came about after a small situation that occurred to me yesterday. I was out and about doing my thing. I was in a grocery store. I was doing the thing that I always tell you guys to do, just pay attention to what's around you, who's around you, keep your head in a swivel and analyze, what's going on around you. And when you see somebody that, first of all, you're attracted to, and you try to analyze a little bit and make a good read on the situations, if all those things are positive, then do something about it, make a move, try to talk to this person. Okay. And that's exactly what happened to me. I was in like the candy aisle looking at chocolates, right? Tomorrow's Mother's Day. I was looking for a little something to buy my mother for a small little gift. And there was a woman that came right up on my right side, and she put herself in close proximity to me. I caught a glance of her out of the corner of my eye, and she was very attractive. And she did something that I've seen happen a couple times before, but it's like that business where she kind of like wedges herself like right in between like where I'm standing and the aisle or the shelves of the item that I'm looking at, and she's just kind of lingering there in your airspace. And as I said, I did my best to analyze the situation, and I just felt good about this positive energy or just the fact that she was there. She was in my little space bubble, and so I decided this was a situation I needed to pipe up and open my mouth and do something about. Okay. And so I did. I just asked her very simply, like, "Hey, have you tried these before? Have you had these? I was thinking about buying these for my mom, and I just wonder if you had them before." And just led way to a really small conversation. And unfortunately for me, one of the first things I noticed after I got her to kind of turn around is that I got a glance of her left hand, and she had a big old diamond ring on her finger, and right away, obviously, that was pretty much, just the situation was dead in my mind. And I just exchanged pleasantries with her, and wished her a happy day kind of thing after we got done talking about the stupid little chocolates or whatever that I was looking for. But anyways, I'm driving home in my car, and I'm going through this like psychological thing, and I'm like beating myself up, I'm kicking myself, and I'm like, damn it, like how did I misread that situation, or like I should have noticed that sooner before I started to talk to her. I should have blah blah blah, done this, done that, or not wasting my time, more specifically. But the honest truth was like I in that brief moment in time where I was trying to make my initial read, and those first few seconds of just analyzing, and her being in my space ball, I did not have a view of her hand. There was no way for me to possibly see that rock in her finger. And of course, like otherwise, if I would have seen that earlier in the situation, I wouldn't have bothered talking to her, most likely. But like I said, I'm driving home and I'm kicking myself, and I'm just like, why did I waste my time on that? But really shortly after those sorts of thoughts like floated through my mind, I started thinking to myself, wait a second, this was still a win today, even though this wasn't a person that was ever going to be an option for me because of, obviously she's a married woman. It just still like struck me in the sense that I was thinking back to an earlier time in my life, you know, many, many years ago. I would have been in a similar situation, and I would have chickened out. I wouldn't have talked at all. I wouldn't have done anything. I would have walked away from the situation frustrated because I had that sort of deer in the headlights sort of thing going on, and I wouldn't have even tried anything. And then there was this phase of time where I was trying to get good at cold approach, and I was just like very unnatural, and I was just like awkward. The ways that I was trying to start conversations with girls in these situations, and I was just appreciating and thinking about to the point where I'm at now, where it's like, it's as with anything in life, the more you do it, just the better you can become at it. But I was thinking about just how smooth and natural and normal that was to just pipe up and open my mouth and just say something, and just have some sort of interaction with this person. Not, no idea where it was going to lead. In this case, didn't lead anywhere, but just like having this appreciation for the fact that, just like I was saying in the beginning of the video, guys, opening your mouth and doing nothing more is a win in and of itself. And that's just the small message I want to deliver to you guys today. I want to remind you, if you're somebody out there that's never cold approached somebody before, never got good at this stuff, if you're somebody out there that has that sort of deer in the headlights sort of look, like 9 times out of 10 when you're out there in the real world and something like this happens to you, um, you go through the process of kind of working on yourself and working on your skills and just working on trying to get better at this stuff. And at the end of the day, it is a huge win, guys, if you do nothing more than just open your mouth and say something, do something, make some little move in that sort of situation. And you know what? Certainly in the beginning, like 9 times out of 10, it probably, doesn't go anywhere, right? I mean, this is a complete stranger. The odds are stacked against you. Like, it is like a cold sort of situation where you're just like hoping for the best, but you never know. I mean, it's like that 1 time out of 10 where something magical transpires. You actually cross paths with somebody that's cool and it's like maybe feeling your presence and maybe actually goes somewhere for you. But you're never going to know that unless you do this sort of thing. Like I said, you open your mouth, you take that brave first step, and you actually do something about the situation you find yourself in. 99% of guys, I would say, out there, they are not even going to open their mouths. Okay, so if you're one of those guys out there that grows the courage, does this sort of stuff from time to time, you are in the minority. But like I said, just celebrate the victory that is doing nothing more than opening your mouth. Okay, don't get discouraged. Like I said, guys, most of the time this stuff doesn't go anywhere, but you've got to keep on putting yourself out there. You got to keep on trying this stuff, and you've got to remind yourself, right, that doing nothing more than just opening your mouth is a big, big win. Okay, it's giving the situation a chance. It's just like, it's better than doing nothing, guys. It's a win in and of itself. Even though you might not walk away with a phone number, even though you might not walk away with an amazing new connection, even though you might not walk away with anything, right? It is still a win if you can just open your mouth. And I want you guys to remember that, okay? All right, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Talk to you real soon.